welcome back. My name is Ed Pluchar. I'm here with another real estate mini lesson. Today it's a couple tips on how to prevent burglaries. This actually it's inspired by brightnest.com, had an article on this, worth checking out. Some of their tips include maintaining doors and locks. So that's just making sure your locks, actively engaged, they're strong and secure. You can even get, they're like tamper-proof or kick-proof reinforcement. It's like a steel box that goes over your existing hole there, and if somebody tried to kick in your door, it would resist that. It would kind of give another line of defense versus going through the modified fake lumber that your trim may be if it's a contemporary door. Maintain windows. So this kind of includes sliding doors. One of the best tips really is, which is not a foolproof. I'll tell you a quick story, but if you've got sliding doors and off and off your back porch, you just put that bar in, right? Some people have it built in, so it's just like this aluminum bar that drops down into place. Other people take a solid dowel and put that down in the track, and you really can't slide the door. I mean, I've countless times have tried to show people the backyard of a house, and I'll unlock the door and start to pull, and it's stuck, and that's because the dowel is so strong it can't go through it. The workaround, if the lock is not actively engaged and you're only depending on that dowel, it is possible, I have discovered, that you can, I haven't done this professionally, let's just be clear about this, I did this years ago when I was an irresponsible person, and but it is possible to, from the outside, lift the panel and pick it up out of place, and then you've got a wide berth into the house unobstructed. So it's not you still got to lock it. You still got to make sure that lock works, and sometimes that's one of the things that fail, and you feel safe with the dowel, and you're not safe enough. Safety lighting. At nighttime, it's very simple. We always turn our lights on at night for the simple reason that you could see what's going on outside. So if you just had any suspicion about somebody walking through your yard or whatever, any goings on that shouldn't be going on, you have the lights on. So you can, you have the vantage point to go out and see. What a lot of people don't think about, which is a little tricky in this case, but what you don't think about, if the lights are on outside and off inside, they can't see you, or they have a hard time seeing you, whereas you see them clearly, and that's the situation you want. If you think somebody is trespassing on your property. Another good measure there is motion lighting. So lights that turn on are a pretty strong deterrent for anyone wanting to keep their cover. Closed curtains. So if you've got like I have, if you've got your computer in a room where somebody could potentially see it from the window, you'd want to close your curtains and obstruct their view, so they can't look in and see, is there anything valuable worth breaking into this house for? If the curtains are closed, they have no idea, and they don't want to mess with that. I want to come to something down here, which is kind of funny to me. Be mindful of your spare keys. Stepping back on that, I work with a lot of inspectors will recommend this, but one of the ones who always hits it every time, Mike Cotula, I recommend him if you're looking for an inspector, is he'll say you got to change your locks. You got to get a locksmith out here to change the key, or completely change your locks altogether. And the reason for that is you don't know who's got a spare key. The people who live there may have given it out to their grandma, their boyfriend, their whoever and whatever, and there could be any number of spare keys for people who may or may not know the home is being sold, may or may not care that the home is being sold, and soon you have an uninvited guest. One tactic to solve this, which I like a lot, is the keypad. With it, you punch in digitally your key to get in the house. So you may still want a backup key for that in the event of power or battery failure. But even if, ruling that out for a second, if you're worried about people having your code, you just change the code and you only give it to the people who need to be able to get in the house. It's kind of like if they had a spare key, you've just completely disabled that spare key, which you can't do with a metal key, but you can do with the code. Finally, the alarm system. I'd say, when I'm showing houses, most houses have one. A lot of them aren't engaged, but that's because they're being showed. It is a strong deterrent. You find people who even put up signs, even if there's not a camera on the premises, they'll put up a sign saying there's a camera on the premises, and now it's up to the would-be criminal to decide if they want to risk that or not. Same way with like the alarm company sticker on the door or something like that. If you see that, you're like, well, is this something I want to risk right now? The other friendlier alarm system is a dog, friendlier to you, not to the criminal. You can find little dogs that make a lot of noise, and you want to make sure they've got the deep-throated noise. I mean, if they sound, well, even if they're like yippy dogs, I guess they still are somewhat of a deterrent. You don't want your ankles being bitten. But a dog is a great alarm system is the point there. So some tips for you for preventing burglary in your home. If you are in the market for a home altogether to sell or to buy, please give us a call, 815-931-2279. Thank you for your time.